Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dubious Book Club podcast. It is me, Aubrey, a dubious creature. Say hi, other dubious creature.
You ever read something that you know is supposed to be sexy and yet you just can't help just laughing from the sheer fucking absurdity of it?
Maybe.
Yeah, that was about my entire experience with this book.
Specifically, the book we're reading is Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straub. Uh, just quick note before we get into the actual book. Content warnings for this episode are graphic violence, misogyny, slut shaming, mentions of SA, dubious consent, torture, and victim blaming. We're in for a time.
Yeah, like
I at least wasn't lied about that this book is very smutty.
love how the opening preamble is like, you will never be the same after reading this. And it's like, no, I'm still the same after reading this, just a bit disappointed with humanity in general.
There are parts of it I like. There's parts of it I don't like.
I honestly, it was hard for me to follow the plot between all of the aforementioned freaky snake sex,
That's fair.
which honestly isn't even that freaky. It's just like I don't.
It's smutty, but it could have been kinkier.
I know. It's just like, would you please just? I don't. I don't watch pornography for the plot. You know, I don't want to know the tragic backstory of the pizza man. This book at times felt like it was really focused on expositing the hell out of the pizza man.
What this book is about is so essentially this is the strangest season of The Bachelorette or The Bachelor ever.
It's up there, yeah.
Yeah, where it is
13,
13.
13 contestants in the world of
I don't remember if they named the world.
I don't think they did. Yeah,
This fantasy world.
in this non-denominational fantasy world, where and I swear I'm not making this up, a accord was reached between humanity and a race of shape-shifting snakes, you know, the titular basilisks. That essentially boils down to like, okay, fine, we'll let you continue to exist if you teach the royal bachelorettes to perform cunnilingus.
Yeah.
That's cunnilingus. I feel like I've mispronounced.
Cunnilingus is correct.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Literally.
God, it's so. I mean, like, I know what I'm here for. Well, I know what certain people are here for, but still, it's just so. At a certain point, like, why even bother world building, you know?
There are some really interesting ideas they could have made for a very interesting world, but we're not here for that.
We're just not here for that. Anyway.
For the freaky snake sex.
Yeah, we're here. I want to see his freaky snake penis, which we don't get to see, and I'm mad about it.
Apparently, he's got poo.
Yeah, God, that's another thing.
He's a snake.
Yeah, like, yeah, because the male snakes have a.
Yeah.
If it sounds like we're delaying talking about the actual plot of the book, that's because there's not really much to get into.
There isn't.
Like,
this book is written for the reason to just write a bunch of vaguely interconnected smutty scenes.
Yeah, like, okay, so there's a protagonist. Her name is Temperance. Because of course it is. Because to be in a fictional pornography, you need to be a fictional porno. Isn't all pornography fictional? What the fuck is wrong with me?
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I'm a connoisseur. I only partake in non-fictional pornography. Jesus Christ.
So just voyeurism.
In fucking Slytherin Bachelorette, the fucking Temperance that is being taught to do the fucking rather
Yeah. Caspin,
by Caspin, who is the
Serpent
well,
King,
well, technically he's the Serpent Prince. Apparently,
Prince.
his dad's the because we needed.
That's true.
Okay, the premise of before we get any more lost in the sauce here, the actual premise of the book, in a nutshell, is Temperance is basically trying to. She's in a competition to win the hand of the prince of
This place.
this place. Again, don't ask me where, when. There's barely even a why, really.
Mm-hmm.
And she it is competing, and as part of the competition, apparently, you get essentially a sex coach for the purposes of seducing His Majesty, and that would be Caspin, because basilisks in this setting are incredibly sexual creatures, which again I think really just boils down to we needed to get to the fucking as quickly as humanly, or I guess reptilianly possible.
No, don't really get to it. We don't get to the actual fucking. There's a lot of build up in the first half of the book.
I know, but it's all basically still smart. Like,
yeah,
there's a whole scene where he basically just masturbates in front of her.
Yep, that's how they meet.
Yeah. Well, the book literally ends with some chick bragging about how she stuck up with her boyfriend and saw his dick. So, like, it's not very.
You know what you're here for.
Yeah, it's not very coy about it. Also, I know it's disjointed, but fuck you. Like everything about this is disjointed. We're just ricocheting from one scene of fucking to the other, because the thing is, again, we generally don't go into the gritty details of the sex scenes because
I mean, yeah. But,
like
things start off with meeting the first person we really meet is Vera, who you're gonna hate. Listener, you're really just gonna hate her. She's not given any redeeming character qualities ever.
She's the mean girl. We also meet everybody come forward and announce your stereotype. We got Gabriel, he's the gay best friend.
Yeah. Vera is the mean girl. Leo is this kind of stuck up prince who, maybe learns to become a better person.
Yeah, Caspin is the sexy otherkin, and Temperance is the girl with where you can't tell if it's crippling self-esteem issues or if she's just fucking stupid.
Sometimes I was wondering, it's like, girl, did we already have this conversation?
Yeah, it's like, no amount of self-loathing can account for the lack of brain cells at play here.
She does kind of waffle between like weird bouts of courage to I don't know how to do anything ever.
Like, is this a brat thing? Like, is that the whole? It feels like a brat thing at times.
She never gets punished, or like the punishments aren't fun.
Yeah,
they're like bad punishments.
Yeah, they're not. What the hell, book?
Yeah, if it's a brat thing, the punishments are supposed to be part of the fun.
Yeah, like, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, no, there's just a lot of in the beginning where we're thrown a bunch of names and we meet a bunch of characters and nothing really happens until the girls head out to meet their uh princes.
Yeah. So
Tim meets Caspin and apparently learns
yeah.
later that everybody else just got it on that first night where
Yeah, because Caspin, in spite of being a inhuman sex monster, is also into foreplay.
really into foreplay.
Really into foreplay.
Where she just goes, I want to see you naked. And he goes, bet I'm going to risk it all for this woman.
Like, dude, I, I, I don't. Okay, here's the thing. We get a concrete description. You'd think for a book about people fucking, as much as we'd get like more, we'd get like erotic descriptions of characters. And we do at times, but it's also
Yeah.
frustratingly vague on the deals. Like we never get a good idea of what temperance looks like. There's like one
Oh,
scene with a mirror. There's like one
there's
scene with
like,
a
yeah.
mirror.
Yeah, there's no like
But
any other scenes where she describes what she's like. She only describes what she's wearing when she's going to the fancy parties. She
it's
doesn't
like,
really ever describe what she's doing with her hair or anything like that.
yeah, again, like it can be, it is frustratingly vague. Like I'm trying to form a mental picture of I'm trying to form a mental picture of temperance like throughout the
Mhm.
course of the book, and honestly, all I'm getting is just a slightly more well endowed Bella Swan.
I mean, it's not like completely out there. I mean, like I only
Yeah,
like the version of the book I have is the Bookish Box exclusive because somebody traded in at one of the local used bookstores, and it has like art in it of temperance. So that's kind of like how it was like, oh yeah, this is what she looks like. Okay,
yeah. You might be asking yourself, why did you focus on well endowed? Because the book
the
makes specific mention. Okay, it's the one
yes,
detail I have to focus on.
she booblicious boobily everywhere.
She boobed breastly across the room. That's
Mhm.
about all the description we get.
Yeah. So yeah, on her first night, she meets Caspin and says she wants to see him naked. He decides to risk everything for it and gives her a vibrator.
Fucking vibrator.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was one of the things. Because like I remember just like
Mhm.
he calls it sorry. He calls it a
The claw.
communication device. And it's like,
Yeah, he does.
oh, talk about setting it to vibrate.
So the
He's like,
this
I'm
bookish the
sorry.
bookish box has it on the front. Like has this thing on the front. And I didn't realize what it was when I picked up the book. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I get 20 pages in and I went, oh, that's what that is.
So yeah, Temperance and Caspin are sexting via a magic dildo for a good portion of the book.
Yeah. It's like Caspin also just gotta get better at like timing that stuff because it always seems to be like when she was in the middle of something.
I know. It's like what is this? An early 2000s rom-com? Like are you seriously having her pull the oh oops, I wore my vibrator to work gag? Like what is going on?
Yeah.
Anyway, so um that's kind of just the thing that happens. It literally the first quarter of the book is just that.
Yeah, back and forth, talking with Caspin, occasionally moving from just staring at him naked to touching him and, other things. They still haven't boned yet.
Yeah. And then we get to well, obviously, the actual point in this protracted exercise in edging, which is the royal the I wish there were names for anything.
Yeah, that would be
That
nice.
they're the royal family of
Here,
some place.
this place that we are.
There's a forest, and there's
Yeah,
caves, and there's the village that Temperance's from, which I also don't think ever got a name.
I don't think it did
Um,
either. Which
and
also
they have
has like
some,
fucking mirrored walls because basilisks.
yeah, except apparently since they can shapeshift into humans,
It
that
doesn't
it's
fucking matter
entirely
to them.
it's entirely moot. So
It only works for them
what?
when they're in their basilisk form.
Yeah, but they can shapeshift. So what the hell? It's like the apotheosis of lazy world building.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that in there. I mean, we learned various other things. Vera continues to be a bitch. We learn that her best friend is a bit of a man whore.
Yeah, because the gay best friend in every single one of these fucking things is always down horrendous. You're not you're not doing yourself any favors there, book.
Down horrendous for anything with a penis.
Seriously, like happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yeah, no, I think almost every single scene that he is in, he is thirsting after a different man.
Yeah, it's
Just like, what is this, me in college?
I mean, you said it. I didn't say shit.
I mean, yeah, I did.
My ally status is dangling on the thinnest of fucking threads. Uh okay, so before the gay mafia breaks down my door, can we move?
I mean,
So
yeah. The
yeah.
first real big thing that happens is the going to meet the prince for the first time.
Yeah, so Leo, I mean, everybody in this fucking book has such embarrassingly long names, and everybody's got like a nickname because of it. So like Leo is short for something, Caspin is short for something. I don't fucking remember what Leo is short for, and
I don't
honestly, I don't
remember.
I don't think I care. But here's what I do care about. Because guess what his dad's name is?
What is
Is the king's name, his disapproving authoritarian father figure, his name is Maximus, the
it's
return of
following
Lord
us.
Dad.
It's following us.
It's Lord Dad 2, Electric Boogaloo.
He's not as
uh,
chewing the scenery as the other one, but
I know, but still, like, holy shit.
he is
You have
comically
no
evil at
idea.
points.
You have no idea how hard I laughed the moment I saw that.
I didn't even connect it in my head until now. I was like, yep, nope, that is the same name.
Yeah, that God.
I think my brain just did the ADHD thing of, is this important? No, throws away.
No, it's not important. It's important to me. All right, it's important to me.
No, it's fair.
It's important to me because now I get to make Lord Dad jokes again.
This is true. We also meet Leo's sister, who seems nice.
She doesn't have much relevance to anything going on, but she's there.
Mhm. The big thing that happens at this first one is she finds a basilisk skull, and Caspin was like, "No, don't touch that."
Yeah, they're trying to set up a vein of like some kind of mystery regarding the weird relationship between like the royal family and the basilisks, but it's like you have given so little thought to the actual world building of the setting. Why? It's very much of a scenario. Why should I care when you also don't really seem to care?
There's something, and she keeps hearing this weird voice in her head that's being like, "Help me."
Yeah, and I mean, I read the full book because I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess. I can confirm that it's dumb. Because, like, wait, you're telling me that the authoritarian the monarchist government that has made no pretense at not being evil was secretly evil the whole time? My God, or whatever the hell they worship. Lord Dad was a villain this whole time.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. And
One,
thus begins
yeah,
the bachelor games of eliminating women from the
right, yeah.
competition.
Do people? I know this is a trope, but does like anybody actually enjoy the death games approach to dating?
I liked a few of the ones that I've read. I read The Selection years ago and I remember enjoying it, but that was like 10 years ago. So you don't know if I would enjoy it now.
I don't know. It's just like I don't understand the. I don't understand the appeal of like the fucking. I mean, I know it has a bit of a basis in actual history,
Mhm.
but like I don't know. I don't get the appeal of like the virgin cattle show, essentially. Like on I understand the basis from like history. I don't understand the appeal as like a plot element because it always just seemed to me like, okay, great, it's a tournament arc, but less exciting. It,
Sometimes they are very exciting because sometimes it's like you have to appeal to the prince. You also have to fight.
yeah, but there's not even so much as a cat fight.
Yeah. Yeah. And Leo's a bit back and forth, especially in that first time where he like rates her at the bottom because like she was mean to him.
Yeah, honestly,
Even
Leo
though
is more of a brat than she is.
Leo's so much more of a brat. Like even though like later he turns around and he's like, yes, I enjoy when you're mean to me. And it's like, just admit it, dude.
Just admit that you've been walking funny ever since you walked into this antechamber, okay? Just admit that you're not the only one that would enjoy the claw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
He also gave her a necklace, which is important apparently.
Right, that was like, yeah.
It was it's just like, oh, there's it's a
when we
cool
find
necklace.
yeah, when we find out what that necklace actually signifies, it's such a fucking like out of left field reveal. And it's like,
It
okay,
kind of is,
Caspin,
yeah.
Are you some kind of strange reptilian intelligence, or are you fucking stupid? It's really hard to tell
Literally
at times.
literally put the I want to marry this woman. He literally put an engagement ring on her and didn't tell her what it was.
Yeah.
She's like, I accept. And he's like, it doesn't work that way. And it's like, then why
What do
did you
you
give her the ring?
what do you mean it doesn't work that way? Then why'd you do it, you big scaly fuck?
And yeah, apparently his
It's
entire tribe has to agree to it. He's like, they never will because you're human.
yeah, unless you have sex with my dad. What? I'm sorry, what?
I can't believe we got into cuckoldry at this point.
Could you wind that back for a second? How many Lord Dads we talking about here?
Yeah. Does Caspin have to watch?
Yeah, it's also there's he's got some sort of like said heated rivalry and like, no, I don't want to make allusions to that show because that would make this seem a lot more exciting than this actually is. He has some fucking beef with this other basilisk, um who apparently wants to ruin Caspin's day by magic death touching temperance uh, by I swear this is not something I'm making up for the shits and giggles. So he can become stronger by stealing her orgasm.
Yep. We are not making this shit up.
I had a lot of fun with this book. This was actually very entertaining.
I'm glad.
I was having a good time, just not for the reasons the author intended.
You
I was
probably, yeah.
I was cracking the fuck up the entire time. Like the moment Caspin said, like the moment Caspin described what cresting is, I was just like, "Oh, you silly little snake man, tell me more. This sounds fucking stupid."
Yeah, no, but like getting back to how the plot was going, it's that, and then, you know, Tim just starts like being like, why can't we bang to Caspin? And Caspin gets very upset about that. She's not ready, apparently.
Right. So that resolve lasts about all of a couple paragraphs.
Yeah. Until she gets attacked and comes to him and was like, please, these horrible people in the village attacked me. And then he's like, yes, we must bang about it.
That I mean, most scenes with Caspin end with, hmm, let me consider this while naked and inside of you.
Pretty much, especially after that point. Because it's
Yeah,
like, yeah, no, they went like 5 or 6 rounds and he's still going. And she's like, wait, I need a second.
it's like hydrate, temperance. If you don't hydrate, you're gonna dihydrate. Like, serious, like it gets to the point where the sex just really ain't that sexy anymore.
Yeah. Like unless
At a certain,
unless you're like really spicing it up, like making them do different things, having like bringing in new kinks and like having them do it in new places other than the fucking caves. It's just like, come on, we got some variety. Variety is the spice of
yeah,
life.
yeah, Caspin for all of his good looks is a strictly missionary sort of guy.
Yeah, it seems so. And then also he turns to stone the two people who attacked her, and she gets real pissed about that. It's like, what do
Yeah,
you
and
think he was going to do? Tell him off?
it's again, we're just getting down the checklist of tropes, like the protective monster boyfriend type thing. It's like, yeah, okay. Again, I think it would help if Caspin had. I think it would help if Caspin was more than just a walking dildo.
Yeah. Yeah. If he, had a bit more personality, everything. So yeah, there's times where I'm just like, at least Leo's honest. At least
Yeah, I
Leo is
mean,
like, I like being a brat, apparently. So I'm going to continue with
yeah,
that.
I mean, like Leo is. I mean, that's basically his whole personality. Is like he's doing this mostly to piss off his dad.
And I can respect that.
Yeah, I know you can because you have no self-respect for you.
True.
Because, folks, the amount of times I've had to hold up the sign that says, find new ways to disappoint your father in response to something this woman has done is frankly might as well become a drinking game at this point. So, yeah, fuck, what else is there even to talk about? Like,
There's that fight between there's like multiple fights between Caspin and Tem, which kind of all are very cyclical and kind
they
of always just end up the same place.
strictly missionary.
Strictly missionary. The second elimination challenge is called the Frisky 60.
Yeah, it's not as exciting as all that, basically.
There should just been 7 minutes in heaven.
Yeah, like all that really results is temperance. Just basically blue balling Leo for a couple of sentences and then immediately proceeding to just mac down with him.
Yeah, she spends like half the book blue balling Leo.
Yeah, but the problem is Leo's really into it. So,
Leo is so into it.
God, you know, If becoming the queen of Never Neverland doesn't work out, Temperance, have you considered maybe a profession as a dominatrix?
Should be
I feel like
a
you.
pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be all right at it.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, you'd be the most
Yeah.
popular dominatrix in Craigslist. That's for sure.
Then there's like a date with Leo, which is kind of cute, and they really get to like talk, and you get to feel like Leo has a personality. Unfortunately, Caspin is missing bits of his personality.
Yeah, look, I feel like the author was trying to make him seem
Brooding.
inhuman. Like, I don't know. Like, they was just it
Mhm.
ricochets back and forth with him being the typical like brooding, like, oh, I cannot get close to anyone, and like something like more like genuinely inhuman.
Yeah.
And the end result was basically like, uh, I look. The thing is, he really is just kind of a sentient sex toy. Is the problem?
Yeah. And I've,
He
I've
even
just I've just read better brooding protagonists this year in books.
yeah, he's I don't really know what else there is to say, man. The problem is like the first 20 chapters alone, there's one sex scene per like every 3 or 4 chapters. So the end
Mhm.
result is basically like there's just really not much to say other than, well,
There's
that
just like stuff is slowly drip fed. There's like interesting things where like there's something going on in the castle.
it's
That
dumb.
voice is still there. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be anything amazing.
It's not. God, we're not discussing that part of the book yet, so I'm not going to
Mhm.
get into it, but
Yeah.
it's
Tem and Leo
uh,
try to bang, but then Caspin screams in her head. So they
well,
just cuddle.
technically screaming somewhere else.
Just
Lest we forget about the dildo communicator.
God,
Like,
it's
seriously.
like Caspin's usually more my type, but I'm just keep going, just like just choose Leo. He's honest with you. He's so fucking honest
Why?
with you. He tells you what he wants. He's never lied to you.
I I don't care. I'm just here to see what new ridiculous shit this book kicks up next.
No, I mean that's
The
fair.
Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi enabled sex toy was a was a good start.
It certainly was.
Lord Dad felt like it was for me personally, which I appreciate.
I'll search out more books with a villain named Maximus.
I feel like I have a feeling there's a lot.
I think I read another book this year, which was like if the Roman Empire was run by vampires. And I think the villain's name was Maximus.
Of course, because the thing is, with a name like Maximus, you really only have two options in life. You
Rule Rome or
either,
be a vampire.
you either are an actual Roman legionary or you are a supervillain.
Mhm.
That's basically it.
Pretty much.
Uh,
No, just it made me reflect on a couple of books that I read this year, just being like, I didn't. It's like, oh wow, you certainly did this character archetype better.
Maximus or Lucius, I think, is like
Yeah,
those are the big bad evil guy names.
I think the second one is like more thanks to that famous series.
The
I don't.
famous series by She Who Will Not Be Named
Yeah.
during the month of Pride. That series, the one with the chamber of the definitely not the thing that's sort of related to what we're currently talking about. That
Definitely
one,
not. Yeah,
yeah, no,
that's
definitely not.
definitely not.
Look, I already made a Slytherin joke at the beginning.
Yes, you
We're in
did.
it. We're here
It's
now. Okay.
unfortunately we are millennials and or generally millennial related.
Speak for your fucking self.
I mean,
That,
Gen Z also got it.
yeah, I'm Gen Z. Nobody forced me into this shit. I chose it, and then immediately regretted it.
Unfortunately, our both of our generations were poisoned by that book when we were younger, so now it's weird
Yeah.
shorthand in our brains.
Yep. The real result of the loss of attention span over the last 2 days. Harry Potter books.
Yeah,
Nothing else.
like I watched a bunch of videos recently about like just pointing out how dog shit the world building is, and I was thinking like, huh,
It's not.
it makes no
I don't
sense.
know. I don't know. I think the thing is, it's just like when it was popular, everybody was willing to forgive everything about it. And then all of a sudden it's not popular, and you got all these fucking armchair intellectuals coming out of the woodwork to criticize every
It's
little
also
thing.
many of us were children when we read those books.
Yeah.
And you as a child don't care as much, but like when you as an adult and you read anything like that, you're like, how the fuck does this society work? Because we just want to know.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, dude, the thing about Harry Potter is that it's on a purely, as a work of fiction, it's fine. It's perfectly serviceable. The world building is there. The Hogwarts and all of its uh, many of its child related deaths is purely there for the purposes of, you know, uh, facilitating the adventures of the Chosen One and company and their wacky fucking hijinks. Um,
You look anywhere beyond the surface, nothing makes sense. And it
yeah, and
only
like,
exists to push the plot forward.
yeah, and again, it's like, yeah, no, that's my
But also,
God, something
it's
that was
series
something
written
that
for
was
children.
popular. Yeah, my God, something that was popular wasn't that good. What? Well, I never.
We were reading
It's
War
just
and Peace
like,
over there.
yeah. Fuck you. I'm getting through Ulysses right now. I'm poisoning myself with James Joyce.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. No, okay, this is something I actually, and I'm not making this shit up. I read The Count of Monte Cristo when I was like 11.
I read it in high school.
Yeah. Like my dad would actually, like other kids were getting like the
Mm-hmm.
magic, we're getting like the fucking not magic treehouse, Captain
Mm-hmm.
Underpants or whatnot. Like, no, my dad was reading me The Count of Monte Cristo.
My dad read me the like David Eddings' Belgariad when I was a child.
Yeah. It says a lot about our personalities, don't it?
Yeah, it kind of does. And
Yeah.
then he read Lord of the Rings. I unfortunately I've never really been a big Tolkien person. I think it's because it wasn't like the first one I read. It was like the third or
Yeah,
fourth series I read.
thank God Alona isn't here. No, I mean, she wouldn't do
I'm
much,
not
but
saying
she'd
that
try to
it's
bite off your kneecaps.
I will always admit that it's good. It just never unfortunately grabbed me.
Just
Uh
like Alona's a big fan of Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, yeah, of course you are. Yeah, the hobbits are the only people who are shorter than you. I'm gonna pay for that later.
yeah. But yeah, no, it's sort of like thinking is that it's just like I got read a bunch of other various fantasy novels.
Yeah.
I think one of my parents read the Black Company books to me at one point.
Jesus.
I was like maybe 10.
Fuck. Wow, you had no chance.
Yeah, my fucking the thing is I always say is my parents met playing D&D. I was cursed to
Ah.
this life.
Yeah, that
And both of my parents are writers. So
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I, no, this explains a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this I'm learning the deep lore, the deep Aubrey lore. It's funny
It,
how
it,
we have known each other for a while at this point, and yet I learned the most about you and a bunch of other fellow castmates whenever we're reviewing one of these fucking porn novels.
yeah, it's certainly something, and yeah, no, I was always the kid who read way beyond my fucking reading level. Like we discussed it in we were discussing Daggerheart, and we talked about wounds. I read wounds when I was 13. I was a fucking freshman in high school and reading BDSM vampire porn in the back of my
You mean
math class.
Daggermouth?
Yes,
I said
Daggermouth.
Daggerheart.
I know, and it does not help that I'm playing in a Daggerheart campaign, and it throws me off constantly. I see Daggermouth during the game.
It's fine. It it is what it is. Neither title really makes sense when you think about it too hard.
It's fair, and I am horribly ADHD.
Yeah. The rest of the recording is just going to be this, folks. Like, I don't know what to tell you. This book does not have a lot going.
It 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 does not.
It does
Like
not like.
I like some of the stuff
I,
to it, but then it's just
God,
yeah,
it makes me prefer a novel like Nevernight or just something with like way too much information because at the very least you can talk about the information.
yeah.
Here it's just like, well,
Yeah,
uh,
no, I Misfit and I
they
are
be
going
fucking.
to sit down and go through Alchemized tomorrow on recording, and that I know is going to be long because there is a lot to go through.
Everybody keeps telling me to read this fucking thing, and it's like I don't want to.
It's fair. I'm not going to make you read it.
Yeah, good. My birthday's coming up. I get to finally decide what the hell we're on about.
Look forward to that.
Yeah, I've got a few picks, and honestly, I'm debating how much I want to torment the rest of my cast.
Only fair.
Yeah, I get to do it during the recordings, so why not? Why not this too?
Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't like, I mean, Alchemized is like over 1,000 pages. So, yes, there are things to talk about in that book.
So, overall impressions of Kiss of the Basilisk.
It's fine. It's three out of five currently. It's just kind of the
I,
middle of the road.
I give it
It's not,
two. I give it two snake dildos out of five. It's certainly a book.
it is a book. It's not done anything horrible. But when I was listening to the audiobook, I kept getting distracted by a different audiobook I was listening to because that one was much more interesting.
Yeah, the biggest sin Kiss of the Basilisk commits, honestly, is just it's really fucking boring.
When things happen and when the plot moves forward, it's interesting, and I find myself tuning in. But then there are other times where it's like, oh, we're just gonna have another conversation with Caspin about how he's not letting you in, and you're gonna yell at him for not letting you in and storm off, and you'll be back tomorrow
It's
night to be like, I'm so sorry that I yelled at you for not letting me in. It's fine. You don't have to let me in.
yeah, it's the problem is it's like 90% that.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah,
like
that there's that.
there's a trilogy of these. It's like, dear God, what are you trying to
Like,
inflict on the rest of us?
at least I know that the game, the fucking Bachelor will be over in book one.
Yes.
So it's whatever the fuck's after that. So it's not like
Yeah.
they pulled out the Bachelor for 3 books.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could survive that. That was a frankly nuclear amount of foreplay.
I feel slightly lied to by Bookstagram and everything because I mean, yes, this book is like everyone. A lot of people were raving about this book, and like talking about how very smutty it is. Yes, it's very smutty. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a lot going on and anything else.
It doesn't really have much going on in the smut department, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fair,
It's
Yeah,
just like,
there's a lot
oh,
of banging, but yeah, it's all
it's
pretty
just like,
basic banging.
it's like, oh my god, it's it's like, my god, you showed up at the Basilisk K, the pizza with extra sausage. It's like, okay, cool. Like, like, yeah, no, I can see that. Like, like, oh man, how does he walk? It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. We get it. He's well endowed and emotionally unavailable. Like, get in line. Yeah, honestly, the most fun parts for me were the bits where the ridiculous shit was happening beyond Temperance trying to get past Caspin's chastity belt.
Yeah, it's usually it's the other way around in a lot of these smutty books of being
Yeah, for a
usually the
society that's
guy.
apparently for a society
Yeah.
where you have to top someone's dad in order to qualify for marriage, you are really not putting out, my guy.
Yeah, it certainly is just like, wow, usually I'm so used to this the morally gray person being the one that's like pursuing and just being like, we have to bang right now, and her being like, no, I must maintain my virtue. But Tem is just like, fuck virtue, take it now.
Tem is like, I am running out of polite ways to ask you to fuck me. And Caspin is like,
And
oh, but
it's
I couldn't. What would the parents think? Just like, your parents also want to be fucked by me, apparently.
yeah, and it's just like all of the other basilisks have been fucking the other contestants for like months, apparently. Most of them started on the
So
first night.
yeah, it's so it's just a weird dynamic and not in a good way. And it doesn't get any better, It's just like whenever there's any like whenever there's a the reason why there's so many scenes of the reason why there's so many scenes of a Teb and Caspin just, you know, working things out inside and outside, is because whenever there's a lull in like the base of the book, the author basically just throws it in.
Pretty much.
So yeah, there's not really much more to say. And fucking hell, hold on.
I'm holding.
Hey, Shield. You want to tell the audience at home what you were doing?
What was Shield doing?
He was just drinking the mystery grey water out of the sink. Yeah, because you have a full food bowl and water bowl that I refill every morning, but for some fucking reason, you're like, the mysterious pan liquid. I must have it.
It's yummy.
Yeah, now your face is covered with I don't even know what, and your paws are wet, and yeah, and you're interrupting my fucking snake porn discussion. You little bastard. You absolute creature. Uh yeah, he gets like this when I have the audacity to try and do my job.
Apparently, how dare you do your job?
And now he must be the center of attention always, or he will die.
Thus is a cat's life.
Thus the cat's life, yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, is there any last thoughts on the first half of this book?
I just want I just want one I just want one of these books to be a monster boyfriend who isn't just a hot dude with an alt state. Just give me something.
I have a monster fucker month planned, and one of them is just a giant spider. Would that make you happy if it was a giant
You know
spider
it
person?
might. You know it might. You know what, Aubrey? It might. It might.
One of them's a minotaur.
I'm I'm fucking dying of thirst here. I'll take what I can get.
I have a monster fucker month planned this fall for when it's thematically appropriate to be spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll be back in a couple of
Yeah, we'll
weeks
be
to
back.
discuss the second half of this book.
I don't know what the hell we're going to discuss. It doesn't get. I can confirm it really doesn't get any better than this.
We'll see. I'll hopefully be able. I'll hopefully be able to finish it.
Yeah. What do you think, Sheol? Do you think that Caspin is finally going to get it in? Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah.
Is Caspin going to fumble the baddie?
Yeah. Uh, yep, that's it. Go away.
See you all in 2 weeks to discuss more Snakeborn.
Yeah, bye.